A few months ago, a story made national news when an African-American man named Corey was babysitting two white children in Marietta, Georgia. When they stopped to get lunch, a woman approached them who was uncomfortable with Corey being with the children. So he decided to start recording everything live on Facebook. Well, please welcome Corey and the Parker family, Dana, Addison, Nicholas, and David. How you folks doing?
Good.
Welcome to the show. So, Corey, let me start with you, man.
Yes,
so, what happened after the police arrived on the scene?
After the police arrived, he wanted to make sure that everything was okay, the kids were safe, and so he wanted to question me, question the kids, and also he wanted to get the parents on the phone to reassure that my story was true.
Wow. So, Dana and David, let me ask you this question. When you got the phone call from the police about what was going on, what was your reaction?
I took the phone call in complete disbelief. I actually thought it was a joke. I laughed for the first 5 minutes. I thought it was a prank that was being played. And the officer kept saying, "I wish it were, ma'am. I wish it were, ma'am." And to the point where I said, "Are you saying that because an African-American man was with my two white kids, someone called the cops and they were pulled over by the police?" And he said, "Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry, that appears to be the case."
After we finally established that it wasn't a goof, it was just like an avalanche of different feelings because we knew everybody was safe at the end, but it's still, I felt scared for the kids, I felt scared for Corey. But then it came to the point of like this is Corey, this is, he's like a member of our family. He mentors our son, he does so many great things in the community. No, I don't want to put him on the spot, but I mean, our neighbors have sons with him. Like the parents of his program consider him a hero, and his kids consider him a hero. And of all the people to have this happen to have somebody who is part of his work is to bring communities of different backgrounds together, and it was crushing that he had to go through that.
Now, Corey, what is the program that you have?
Inspired by Lewis is a youth mentoring program geared towards the development of social skills, etiquette, and character development for the kids within our community in Marietta.
So, kids, let me ask you a question. So, were you scared doing this ordeal? How were you feeling?
Well, I felt like I didn't understand what was going on when the woman was talking to Mr. Lewis, and then Mr. Lewis started filming and started talking into the camera about what was happening, and then I understood, and I was pretty worried. And I kept looking over my shoulder to see if she was still following us, and she was, so I was just a little scared.
It was outside, and I heard them talking, but I was scared because if Mr. Lewis got arrested, then what would we do? Because our parents wouldn't be home, so they couldn't just go, because the cops couldn't just take us home.
So Corey, let me ask you, so what made you start recording everything?
I initially recorded the video to bring awareness that in 2018, going on to 2019, we are still being discriminated against and judged based off the looks and the color of our skin.
Has this changed you in any way?
Definitely. On a positive side, it has inspired myself to do my job a whole lot better, go further, go harder. And to make sure that I'm doing my job at 100% to my fullest capabilities. And also, on the negative side of things, it has made me more paranoid when I'm out in the community with the kids, because now, in my mind, I'm thinking I have to make the right moves with the kids because someone could be watching us.
Yeah.
Dana and David, what do you hope that your kids have learned from this, and what have you learned as parents?
I think the kids had a unique opportunity for them because they were with Corey to see what it feels like firsthand, to be judged on appearance, to be profiled. And so I hope it makes them more sensitive to the issue. One of the most impactful things for me has been talking to other parents. In African-American families, it seems like there's a conversation that happens at a certain age where they have to tell their kids how to live defensively to accommodate other people's fear.
Exactly.
And this is a conversation that I was unaware of, and that's sad, and that shouldn't be the case, and that's why we're talking about it.
It's really enlightening, though, because it's good when people like yourself realize that that's an issue. That's the only way that this thing changes. You're great people.
Thank you.
You really, really are. When we come back, we're gonna be putting racial bias to the test. You don't wanna miss this. Stay with us. Great family, though. Thank you so much. Hey, you made it to the end of this video. I got a lot more that you're gonna enjoy, so just click to watch the next one. And make sure you subscribe to always know what's happening.